Hello everyone, it's Rena. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I filmed. As the summer semester kind of wrapped up, it was only about 2 weeks until the new one starts, and so it's been a little bit crazy, a little bit of a whirlwind summer for me, so I apologize for not really being around very much, but hopefully I'll have a little bit more to post. I always say that, and life always gets in the way, but hopefully we'll have some cool things to post about soon. But I wanted to do a favorites video. I haven't done one in quite a while. I don't really want to call this like an August favorites because these are some things that I've been liking for, a little while now. And they're not necessarily all from August. So this might just be like a recent favorites type of thing. So I hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to jump right into this. It's kind of a different look for me in terms of the gloss. I know gloss is kind of making its like resurgence, its comeback. I haven't worn it in a long time. I don't hate gloss. There are certain things you should never wear gloss to, like a haircut, like I got today. So that was a dumb decision on my part. I was just kind of like getting back into the glossy spirit of things, and as soon as I sat down in the chair, I was like, you're getting your bangs cut. This is dumb. But anyway, kind of digging in the gloss. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I only have a couple things here. I don't have an extensive favorites list, so it's just going to be a couple makeup-y favorites, and we'll call it good. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. I will say that I really think the shade range is pretty crappy. This matches me pretty well, but I know for other people it's probably going to be too dark, and then for lighter skin tones, and then on the opposite side of the spectrum, there aren't enough dark shades either. There always seems to be this problem with BB cream cushion type of products. A lot of the like Asian inspired products that drugstore US brands kind of pick up and try to make more mainstream, I find that their shade ranges are terrible, and this is definitely one of those. But I really like the formula. I haven't worn foundation in about a year, maybe a little bit longer, and so for me, getting back into wearing foundation, I wanted something light. I like BB creams. I wanted something that felt like that, but also didn't require a lot of work putting it on. And so this has been really great. This is the light ivory shade. Believe it or not, I just realized you can totally see how much foundation you've used. I have not even noticed that before. Well, I don't love the packaging in terms of like the image. I know that Wet n Wild has its cutesy little stuff. It's not my favorite. I do like anime and stuff like that, but I don't know why it just bothers me for this. But for however much this is, $8.99, it's not a big deal. It comes with a little sponge. Mine is very dirty, so I need to wash it. Used it this morning. So I actually really like this sponge that it comes with. Normally I would use a brush for foundation or a damp sponge, but this is perfect for the way that the cushion should be applied. And then what you do is kind of like lift this part up, and then it has that. Now that looks scary, like when you look at that next to my skin tone, but it does not come off this way actually on your skin. So if you open this up and you buy this, you open this and you're like, that looks like it's the wrong shade, give it a shot, because I was scared too. Anyway, the applicator, it's basic, but you just kind of press it in. It gets a little bit of product, and you just kind of bounce it on. You don't really swipe it or anything or blend it. I mean, blend it, obviously. But you kind of pat it on like this and it blends itself. It's really easy to apply, and I like the dewy look. I have very dry skin, and even in the summer. So this has been really nice for just kind of giving me just a little bit of coverage. It's nowhere near even medium coverage in my opinion, but it's enough to kind of smooth out my skin, cover some redness that I have on my cheeks and my chin. You can kind of even still see it poking through here because this is like a couple hours in, but I quite like it a lot. I'm very happy with it, and I didn't think I would find a foundation that would get me back into wearing foundation, but enough people in a Facebook group I'm in enjoyed it for me to go out and buy it and try it myself. So I'm a fan. Let's see, what else should we talk about? I have this Anastasia of Beverly Hills Blush Trio. I bought this at Marshall's for $9.99. I've wanted this for the longest time. Since they came out, this was the one I wanted. I think they came out like a year or two ago, around the time Subculture came out, I think. So about a year ago, year and a couple, maybe a month. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it came out around that time. Anyway, there were three of them, I think, three trios, and this was the one to me that had the best variety. I think the other one was like mostly pink, and then they had one that was mostly peach, but to me you got a pink and a peach in this one, plus kind of a more neutral blush. And to be honest, the reason I wanted this one was for that neutral blush. So, I've actually really been loving it. The formula is pretty fantastic. I know some people don't enjoy it. I find that they go on really nice with the light hand and that you can build them up if you need a little bit more. I don't really like super heavy blush. That's not really my personal style. So I like the formula of these. I find they last a decent amount of time and they all go really well with my skin tone. I was a little worried about that neutral one, that the reason I wanted this palette, but I was still nervous about it because I wasn't 100% sure if it would look too muddy on my skin tone, but I really do like it. So for $9.99, I'm happy with it. Then I have another Anastasia product. I bought the Dream Glow Kit. So I told myself I wasn't going to buy this because I have the Moonchild and Aurora. I have Cat Shark from Black Moon Cosmetics. I have a couple different, fun colored highlighters. But oh man, okay, so let me tell you how it really started. I have the Norvina palette. It's not on my favorites list, but I do really enjoy it. It just wasn't something that I reached for like super often enough to be able to put it on this list. I tried the shade Wild Child, which is that pink in the palette. I think my palette's put away, otherwise I'd swatch it. But I tried that pink as a highlighter, like the first day I bought the palette, and I fell in love with the way pink highlighter looked on me. Now I have Pink Heart from, Anastasia, but something about Wild Child was just so much more intense and in your face and glittery, and I realized I might actually like this because I saw a lot of reviews saying it was like mostly pink and glittery. You look at it and you see like, okay, there's a purple, this one looks kind of green, yellow and orange, but really they all kind of have a pink tinge to them, and it's gorgeous. They're very intense. They're not something that I can really wear in a neutral way, but if you look, gosh, it's hard to show because highlighters are always so difficult, but it's very, very intense. Let me try a different one too. That one's Unicorn, which is the pink, like the pink, and that is Ethereal, which is the purple one in the pan. So if you see Unicorn and then Ethereal, they all kind of look a little pink. This is the one that kind of sold me on the palette. This is Sunshine, which looks gold, like a goldy yellow, and it definitely has a yellow cream type of color, but it's hard to see in my swatch, but it has a pink shift and shimmer to it. I've used this palette a lot. I don't have it on today. I have on a more neutral highlight today, but I have like a little gnat flying around my face. I'm so sorry if you can see that. I think he wants like the light. That's frustrating, but I really love this. I've been using it quite a bit. You don't need very much. It's not as crumbly as I thought it would be. I thought I heard that in reviews, so I was a little nervous, but I ended up getting it, I think, when I had either 3 times or 5 times the points. I think it was 3 times. So I felt like I got like a good amount of points for it, but really love that. Next is what I'm wearing on my lips, which is the Dose of Colors Lip Gloss in Goals. I think these are called Stay Glossy. Pretty sure that's what they're called, the Stay Glossy glosses. It's redundant. This is a really pretty one. It's kind of like a sheer creamy white with gold sparkle, and it honestly just looks clear. On camera, it just comes off clear, but there definitely is a gold shimmer suspended in it. It's not glitter, it's like shimmer. So I find that it just kind of gives this really nice neutrally look to the lips. Obviously, it's still my lip color. It's not like it adds anything to my actual lip color, but the glossy look with a little bit of gold is very flattering. especially if I'm wearing, like, my eyeshadow looks a little rough today. Looking at it on camera, I have my gold, like, transferring to my upper crease. Yay. But especially with a look like this is really nice just to kind of have something to finish the look, but not compete with it. And I really like that about this gloss. And the formula is really nice. UPS man's here, and I'm pretty sure there's a package for me, and my puppy's about to go insane. So sorry if he starts barking. This is gonna be sad and upsetting. You know what? We're just gonna get ahead of it. I'm gonna stop the video here, and I'll be back in a second. And after all of that, he didn't bark, so I guess that's a good thing. It was my, Ulta did the 10 times point sale. I think I mentioned that in the first part about the Dose of Colors gloss. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I got my second order, which I got Messy Bun, so we'll try that soon. I have a couple more things. So one is a pigment from Fiorine. This is actually a full size. I never buy full sizes from them. For reference, close up, this is a mini and this is a full size. They pack them to the brim. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in a Fiorine video, probably. That's how full they pack it. There's no sifter, so that's kind of a downside. But they really do fill it up, so for the price you're paying, you are getting a really good deal. I think it was something like $6.75 for the big one. Maybe a little bit more. This is from their newer Dinosaurs collection, and this is called Styracosaurus. It's probably showing it backwards for you guys, so this isn't helping at all. You'll find it on their website. I'm saying it well enough that you can figure out which one it is. But it's this gorgeous, gorgeous green. I'm going to try and swatch this without spilling it because it's packed really full. This is just so beautiful. It has this semi-loose formula, which I find after a couple months kind of loosens up a little bit more. And now I have green all over this finger, and I'm just kind of like, where am I going to put this? That's the color. And if you guys know me, you know I love green. It's my favorite makeup color for like eyeshadow. I also love purple, so it's like purple and greens are my favorite. And when I saw this on their website, I knew I had to get this. And I also figured a full size was probably a pretty sure bet for me, considering, I don't know where my makeup wipes are. Man. Anyway, I figured it was a pretty sure bet for me considering that I really, really like green. So, got that one. Really love it. It's beautiful. It pops. It's that beautiful, just like grass green, almost primary green. I guess green isn't a primary, but you know what I mean. Like true green. Anyway, it's beautiful. Then I got 2 cream shadows from Sydney Grace when they were doing their big Christmas in July sale. These were $5 a piece that day. She had different promotions every day, so you could kind of try out a bunch of stuff from Sydney Grace. These are the cream shadows. The outer packaging, the tube is kind of like tinted, so the colors don't look like what they actually look like when you look at the tube like this. But you can see there's like a little window in the back. Sorry, my finger's just gonna stay green forever since I don't know where my wipes are. It's kind of driving me crazy. I don't know where I put them. They're like hiding from me. So, oh, they're there. Found them. They're hiding behind one of my non-makeup favorites for the month. So we'll get to that soon. There we go. I feel a lot better now. Let me take that off. But these are really awesome. I was a little afraid. I don't use a lot of cream shadows, but you need the littlest amount. Like, that's how much. I prefer to blend them out with a brush. You can totally blend them out with a finger, but they are really stunning. That's a little more sheer than they normally are just because of the makeup wipe that was on. It kind of made my hand a little slick. That one is called Lake Days, and this one is Seashore. Seashore is my favorite. I love Lake Days because it's great for wearing under like gold greens, but Seashore is just amazing. It has kind of a gold shift. These are awesome. They're really nice and easy to apply. They blend very easily with a brush. They don't set too quickly, but when they do set, you know, they're going to last all day. And I like that they're not too thick. That's my biggest fear with these because I do have dry eyelids. And anything that kind of is a cream or a base will make my eyelids feel very, very heavy. And these don't do that, which I really, really appreciate. So I'm a fan of that. I like these. I don't know how many more I'd buy. I bought these because they're $5 and they're green. I wear a lot of green eyeshadow, so I might buy like a blurply one, but I can't see myself buying a ton of them because they're not something I reach for on a daily basis, but they did work nicely as eyeliners too, which I really enjoyed. So that's been really nice. I have two brush favorites. These are both from Sigma. This is the Sigma Diffuse Crease E38 brush. This has been a lifesaver dealing with the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments, which are really nice. I like those too. But these have been, I hope you guys saw all that powder that just fluffed in the air. I don't know if you did. Anyway, this has been really great at diffusing bold color in my crease to kind of create a nice blown out look. And you can build up the color and do layers of it, but if you use this brush, it's not going to be as pigmented as if you took like a more dense brush. It definitely has like this type of a shape so that you can grab it and it'll cover a large area in a more sheer manner. Now, this brush is the small tapered blending brush, the E45. You can see it has a nice point. That tip is really great for going underneath and putting eyeshadow like on your lower lash line, but it's also fantastic for like going right here and like not cutting the crease, but definitely deepening the crease. So if you do, what I've been doing is I'll take this brush, put my main blending shade, put like another blending shade to kind of make it a little heavier, and then I'll take this with my outer corner like accent color and then go in the crease. And it's been pretty nice. They work really well together, so I'm a fan. Now, my last big favorite is a little extreme. I want to do a whole video on this, so let me know if you guys want a whole video on this. I'm not exactly sure about the logistics of it, like how I would do it, but I got an Adept palette. I want to go more in depth with the story of how this came about in a whole other video, but I got this Adept palette, and it is full. I wanted to create a green palette for myself because there haven't been that many out in the wild in the makeup industry. There's not that many greens, and when they are, they're like olive for the most part. I wanted to make a purple palette, so I started making a purple and green palette, like two separate ones. In actually, I have one of them. I bought Ophir palettes for them. But now this Ophir palette houses other things. But I basically had filled this with green and a whole other one for purple. But then I bought an Adept palette when they were on sale. Mine was like damaged, it just had a couple scratches. And now I have this. And this has been almost exclusively what I've done my makeup with the last month. I absolutely love it. It has 3 whole greens, like 3 whole rows of green, which means there's like 33 green shades. There's a couple there that could be classified as like teal, but I thought they worked better in the green section. Then I have like 3 rows of blue and purple, and then, oh, maybe that's 4. 1 row of blue, 3 rows of purple and pink, and then 1 warm row. I don't wear a lot of warms, but these are the ones I would wear. Oh, this is all off kilter. There we go. These are the warm shadows I would wear if I did wear warm shadows a lot. So I do actually reach for the oranges quite often, but it would have to be like these type of oranges that are like, not like rusty orange, you know what I mean? Like true orange and more yellow orange. These are the shades I reach for. So I felt like it's not a rainbow palette, but it does have like almost every color from the rainbow, but it's definitely green and purple base with like blue to kind of bridge the two. I'm in love with this thing. I just love it. If you guys are interested in having me do a video, it would have to be a pretty big project because there's 88 shadows in here. So if you're interested in knowing how I kind of came up with this, how I chose colors, what was my goal, I guess, like what I felt I needed to put in the palette, need in quotation marks, let me know. These are primarily Luxie and Sydney Grace with about 16 Colored Rain. The Vivid Pigments are all in here. I didn't keep them together. I wanted to keep them, with their color families. And then I have some ColourPop, Anastasia, Anastasia. I don't know why I said Anastasia. Someone I watched says it that way, and now they've got me like rewiring my brain. A couple Fear and A ones, but it's mostly Luxie and Sydney Grace. And a handful of Davina. Not very much from Davina. I haven't really tried too much from them, but I love Luxie and I love Sydney Grace. And I want to do videos on them too, but this is my custom palette that like has kind of become the be-all end-all for me. Whenever I see a new release, I kind of measure it against this and say like, well, do I really need anything else? Because that kind of covers all of my bases. So let me know if you want a video on that, if you're curious. I definitely want to do something on Luxie and Sydney Grace. I just have so much from them now through sales that it's like overwhelming. And then my last non-makeup favorite are these Sour Punch Narwhals. They're Sour Punch Wild Bites that come in narwhal shapes. They're kind of BS flavors because it's Frozen Flurry, Green Glacier, Arctic Avalanche, and Polar Plunge. Like, what does that even mean? But these have been, I mean, I haven't, this is my only bag, but like I eat like a couple a day. And they're at Target, I think. I don't know if you can get them anywhere else, but I know you can get them at Target. And they're really nice. And they're stupid looking. You know, they're just stupid. Like, look at their little tiny horns. They're just happy and fun, and every now and then I really want sour candy. So anyway, those are my favorites. I didn't think this was gonna be like a 20-minute video, but of course it is because I talk forever. I hope you guys enjoyed. It feels good to talk to you guys again. I know it's not like talking one-on-one or anything, but I do like filming. I don't know, I just enjoy it, and it's nice to be back at it. I don't know how consistent I'll be, probably not, knowing myself, but anyway, let me know what you guys have been liking. If any of this is something that you also like, I would love to hear. And let me know about that video if you want that. I don't know how I'll end up doing it. I don't know what the best way to execute it would be, but I will try if you guys want me to. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.